Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another Marvel Champions the card game deck unboxing for Drax. It's Drax Hero Packs. So this would be our fifth Guardian, because Rocket and Groot would be in the Galaxy's Most Wanted big box set. We've seen Star-Lord and Gamora. Now we have Drax, which will finish off the main five of like the modern era Guardians. And then we'll slowly, I know we'll be having both Venom, which is kind of cool that they put him in there rather than making like a new team type or something, because it's Flash Thompson Venom, not Eddie Brock Venom. There's our Drax poster. And then we'll have Nebula after that. But we're also going to get the Thanos set coming out, which will also give us Spectrum for the Avengers and Adam Warlock for the Guardians. So we'll have, then we're going to have at least, what, 5, 6, 7, at least 8 Guardians. And I'm not sure what they're going to do after that. So I know, like, Vision's supposed to be coming up, and then I think like one more character is kind of spoiled, but they haven't officially announced yet. Alright, anyhow, we have Drax here, so he's a protection character. New keyword piercing. Again, not necessarily new, just new outside of the base deck, or base game. So an attack with piercing discards any tough status cards from the target before dealing damage. So that way it doesn't block the full amount of the attacks. Alright, let's jump into Drax. Drax looks super fun to play. Alright, so here's his hero form. 1 support, 1 attack, 2 defense. So it's pretty sturdy. He needs to be. He's a Guardian. Drax gets +1 for each Vengeance counter on him. Response. After a villain attacks Drax, place 1 Vengeance counter here to a maximum of 3 if he cannot draw 1 card. So his goal is to build up these Vengeance counters, and then he uses other cards and effects to utilize them. Now, he has 14 hit points. It's a little bit more than most characters, but he also has a hand size of 4. Kind of show, not to say Drax isn't like smart, but he's not really a strategist. He's kind of just gonna, I got a thing, I'm gonna do it. I got a thing, I'm gonna do it. He's not planning 20 moves in advance necessarily. Alright, so you flip him over to his alter ego, much like most of the other Guardians. He's just Drax. Recovery of 4, an outlaw. Hand size goes up to 6. So when he stops and thinks about it, when he's out in the middle of combat, gets a little bit bigger hand size. So basically you can have a bunch here, draw a bunch of cards up, then flip them over to attack, but you're going to spend at least 2 of them for sure, so you don't have to discard them. Forced response. After you have changed to this form, remove all Vengeance counters from Drax, heal 2 damage from him for each Vengeance counter removed this way. So basically he takes damage, gets Vengeance counters. You get up to 3 of them, you do some stuff. You're going to die, flip him over, he heals that much. He can heal potentially up to 6 health, which is almost half his health. And then you can recover for another 4 as long as you're flipped over. So you can recover basically up to 10. Heal health, and then next turn, flip him back over and have him start doing attacks again. So that's pretty wild. Alright, his signature ally, he's going to get Mantis. I'm halfway surprised it wasn't Moondragon, just because Moondragon's Drax's daughter. I'm also kind of surprised Mantis isn't here because they've sort of avoided with the Guardians of anyone having a signature ally, with the exception of Nebula with Gamora, and then when you get Nebula's hero deck, you get Gamora as a signature ally, so it kind of made sense back and forth. But they didn't kind of pair anybody up so you could use any of the Guardians in any decks. It's kind of odd that they put Mantis in here. Anyhow, she has 2 thwart, 1 attack. And her attack costs her 2 hits. Excuse me. Action. Exhaust Mantis and deal 1 damage to her. Heal 3 damage to an identity. Bring harm to this one at your own peril. So that's kind of super helpful for Drax, so definitely. She can take a point of damage, up to 3 to heal 3 extra damage if she needs to. He's got 2 copies of Fight Me Coward, 0 cost event, hero action. Ready your hero and draw 1 card. The villain attacks you. Hear me, Thanos, Titan or God. I shall yet obliterate you. So that's definitely awesome for the way his effect works, because you can basically attack or do something else or whatever you need to do. Ready him, you get an extra card to play, which is good because you don't have a big hand size. Villain attacks you, boom, you got an extra vengeance counter. So it gets you prepared. Or you could recover, use this card to ready yourself, and then you can flip yourself over and be ready to go and then take that card. Except I think you're going to take a hit before you get to vengeance, but that's still an option. Alright, so he's got 2 cards for Intimidation. This is a 1 cost event, which is a thwart. Hero action thwart, remove up to X threat from a scheme where X is equal to your attack. So normally his attack's only 1, but he's definitely going to have stuff to boost him up. Pay close attention because I'm only going to say this once. Walk away and you live. Alright, what do we got to give him some stuff? We have 2 copies of Knife Leap, 3 cost event, skill. Reduce the cost to play this card by 1 for each vengeance counter on Drax. If he gets up to his 3 vengeance counters, boom, free Knife Leap. Hero Interrupt. When you make a basic attack, you get +5 attack for that attack. It gains Overkill and Piercing. In Piercing again, we decide to get rid of tough status, so don't worry about that. Overkill means if you defeat a minion, the remaining damage goes to the villain. So you can go straight to 5 trying to take off the main villain, or you can take out pretty much most minions with that, because base attack, that would give him 6. So take out most minions other than some of the elites. And if the elites already have damage, then you can just spread that over. It's like, oh, I really need to get rid of that just 2 hit point, whatever, minion, just to get them out of my way, and then the rest can go right to the thing. Or if they have, for some reason, they have tough status, and it's hurting one of your friends or allies, boom, have them jump in, take out that tough status, overkill that guy, then do the damage on. So it's definitely versatile. And then he's got 2 copies of Parry. That's what's also neat about Drax's deck. He has 2 copies of lots of stuff, where most characters have 3, 3, 3, 3, and then like a bunch of 1s for other stuff. He has a lot of 2s, so he gets a lot more different cards, but he doesn't get as many of them, so he's going to do it once or twice. And it kind of goes again, that thing. He doesn't plan, he just does. So that 0 cost Parry. Defense. Hero Interrupt. Defense. When you take any amount of damage, prevent X of that damage, where X is equal to double your attack. You're a fool to believe I'd fall for the likes of you. Fall to the likes of you, not fall for. That's a different card. But yeah, it's kind of nice if he needs to dodge. Again, starting off, he can only dodge for 2, but if you build up his attack, you can do some more. He's got 2 copies of Payback. Hero 0 cost event. Hero response attack. After the villain attacks you, deal X damage to the villain where X is equal to your attack. Would stabbing it help? So definitely we want to do with Drax. You can see here. Get those vengeance counters. So he's going to gain some bonuses from those. But then you're also going to want to get your attack up. Now he's got 1 copy of the unique Drax knife. A 1 cost upgrade. Restricted, max 2 restricted cards per player. Well, in hero form, Drax gets +1 attack. So there we go. Again, gets him 2 attacks. That definitely helps him out there. Then he's got, I love this, Drax's other knife. Restricted weapon. Well, in hero form, he gains Retaliate 1, which means if he takes damage, he's going to deal it back. So now if you get both knives out, he gets hit, gains a vengeance counter, and he's also going to deal 2 damage back to the villain or whoever attacked him. So that's awesome. Plus, he has stuff like the other cards that like force the villains to attack him. If he has Retaliate, he's going to immediately do extra damage to them, plus gain that vengeance counter. So you get a little bit of strategy with some of that stuff. Alright, he's got one copy of Do I Thrift Mastery. And I don't know if I pronounced it anywhere near correct, but it's a skill. Hero response after Drax makes a basic attack, draw one card. And lots of his cards are cheap. They're one cost, 0 cost. So the idea is sort of with him, get these cards out, play them, draw more, play them, draw more, play them, play it, attack, 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 and then he kind of sits around until he gets hurt. And if he does get hurt too much, he's got this awesome card, Too Stubborn to Die, 2 cost upgrade, a condition, Hero Interrupt. When Drax would be defeated, instead set his hit point dial to 4, change him to his alter ego form, and remove this card from the game. So he gets 1 free Essential Resurrect, which makes sense because he's died in the comics before, and then he resurrects, so he kind of gets that. So that's Drax's personal deck. Now let's look at the protection deck. So I think most people think, oh, Drax is going to immediately have aggression. And you definitely could swap all these out for aggression. And give him more attack stuff, or doing more attack. But lots of the stuff also require basic attacks, not the attacks from a card. And aggression has a lot of attacks from the card, so they would invalidate that. So just keep that in mind. First up, we have another Guardian ally. We have Martyr, Falavel. 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 health, cost 4. Response: after Martyr takes consequential damage from performing an attack, that attack defeating an enemy, give her a tough status card. You want to learn about pain? I'll teach you. So what's really neat about that is essentially have her attack for 2, which is a decent amount to finish off a minion. She'll take 1 hit point, but then she gains a tough status card. Then as long as every other time she's finishing off minions, she won't die, because the next time she hits, she'll take 1 point, she'll take a point, well, she will, because she'll take a point, she would take a point from her consequential damage, tough status cards move, so she gets another free hit off something, then she takes another, and she hits again, boom, gains another tough status card, so she can do it a couple of times. You can use Mantis to heal her, or find another way to heal her, but yeah, it's kind of a neat thing, she can take a bunch of extra hits. Alright, we do have a second ally, which is sort of uncommon for protection decks. Usually only leadership decks get multiple heroes. But now we have Moondragon, Heather Douglas. 3 costs, 1 attack, 1 thwart, 2 health. Action: exhaust and discard Moondragon. Choose a minion. That minion attacks another enemy of your choice. So that's kind of fun. She can mentally control guys and make them attack each other. And then she can use her partner here, in the comics a lot of time, Martyr, jump in and finish them off. So one can hit another one. Big guy can take a small guy, or small guy can deal big damage to a big guy, weaken him for a Martyr to come in and finish him. Cool synergy there. Alright, we have 2 copies of Counterpunch. 0 cost event, an attack. Response: after your hero defends against an enemy's attack, deal damage to that enemy equal to your hero's attack. There's a couple of cards where Drax likes to take damage, definitely, so let him defend against it if he's going to take the damage anyhow. And it doesn't say he can't defend, but you can definitely reduce that damage by defending. Still take some damage, you gotta do your full attack. We have Deflection. We're going to get 3 copies of that. Usually you get 3 copies of the new ones, 2 if it's one that's already been out. Deflection is a 2 cost event. Skill: Hero Interrupt. When an identity would take any amount of damage from an attack, prevent up to 5 of that damage. Discard cards from the top of your deck equal to the amount of prevented this way. So last minute, need to stay alive, and prevent up to 5 damage. We got Hard Knocks. Got Peter Quill shooting a guy in the face. 3 cost event, attack, deal 4 damage to an enemy. If that enemy is defeated by this attack, give your hero a tough status card. You know, imagine, I mean, Drax wants his vengeance counters, but if he can take extra hits by attacking guys with retaliate and stuff like that, or stay alive longer, definitely great. Plus, you can deal 4 damage. You can jump in, take out one of the minions. Leading blow, and get 3 of those. 0 cost event, a tactic. Hero interrupt. When your hero makes a basic attack, discard the top card of the encounter deck. Reduce your hero's attack for that. Reduce the attack for that attack by the number of printed boost icons on the card. If your hero still deals damage, ready your hero. So this is a good one where Drax has his vengeance, or you boost up his attack a ton, so you can afford to lose 2 or 3 attacks and maybe still take something out. Especially if that one that gives him +5 attack, piercing and overkill. You team them up with this. Wham! You're gonna get stuff, ready your hero, hit something again. We got 3 copies of Subdue. 1 cost event, hero interrupt. When an enemy initiates attack, that enemy gains -3 for that attack. Back Beast from Captain America. Though it's like he's punching Zabu, but it could just be any saber-toothed tiger. Yeah, help keep yourself alive. And you can use it with somebody else. Our last protection, we have 2 copies of Indomitable. 1 cost upgrade. Condition, response, after your hero defends, discard Abominable. Ready your hero. We have no choice, so we fight, and we win. There are no other options. Captain America. So yeah, that's, again, readying your hero definitely helps, I think, with this deck. Alright, now we're going to get to some basic cards. We got our basic Gamora. And I think that should give us the 5 main ones as allies that can get swapped around from decks. Play only if you're getting it as a Guardian trait. 3 cost, 1 thwart, 2 attack. Hero response. After Gamora attacks or thwarts, discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an event, then add that card to your hand. So this works like the Gamora hero deck. She gets stuff for attacking or thwarting. But here it gets an extra event card. What events did we have in Drax's deck? Fight for Me Cowards is an event. Intimidation's an event. Knife Leap's an event. Parry's an event. Payback was an event. So basically anything that wasn't your upgrade cards at the end were all events. Plus Counter Punch was an event. Deflection's the event. Hard Knocks is an event. Leading Blow's an event. Subdue's an event. And we have 1 upgrade. So most of his cards are events. So basically with Gamora, let her attack. Get 1 of your event cards. Since most of your cards are events, you're not going to deck yourself very fast. Speaking of events, our next card is Basic Athletic Training. Athletic Conditioning. We'll get 3 of those. 1 cost event. Action card, discard 1 stun or confused status card from your hero. This can definitely be a card I can see getting swapped out depending on what if you're building your deck per, whether you build your deck per like just I like to build it for my character, or I build it per scenario when I'm facing it. If you're facing someone that plays a lot of stun confused, definitely don't want this in there. But if you just build it in general, like, and you don't change it up depending on who you're playing against, I could see getting rid of this with possibly something else, especially because it's a basic. Put more protection cards in there, put different basic. Energy, Genius, Strength. That's the end of our basics. Alright, now we have our obligation. Memories of Another Life. This is Arthur Douglas, which is Drax's original human form. You may flip to Alter Ego and choose exhaust your Alter Ego, remove memories of life from the game. Or, if you are stunned, you are stunned. If you're already stunned, this card gains surge, discard this obligation. So, exhaust your character, lose a turn, essentially, get rid of it, or either get stunned, or if you're stunned again, you have to draw another card to get rid of this. So yeah, being stunned with Drax isn't good because that costs him a turn. Alright, our side steam. Call the Weak for Drax's nemesis. Yotak the Destroyer has made his mission to rid the galaxy of those he deems inferior. Each enemy gains 2 attack. Ugh, that's one you definitely want to get rid of fast. Yotat himself has 1 steam, 3 attack, so he's beefy just like Drax. 5 hit points. Brute, guard and retaliate. Yeah, that. So he's gonna hit you back for 3 every time. So again, you're gonna want Drax is gonna want to draw his 5+ attack and take this guy as quickly as possible. Challenge accepted. Attachment. Surge. Draw another card. Attached to the enemy at the highest attack, which is probably generally going to be Yotak, but it could be somebody else. They gain 2 attack. Force response. After Drax does 4 or more damage to an attached enemy with a single card, discard this card. So if Drax can come in and bash him really fast, either they're going to kill him or at least get rid of their card. But it has to be Drax doing it. And then we'll get 2 copies of I Will Destroy You. Treachery. When revealed, Alter Ego, this card gains Surge. He doesn't care about the Alter Ego forms. When revealed Hero, Yotak the Destroyer attacks you with +1 attack. If no attack was made this way, the villain attacks you. So you're going to get hit either way. Not if I destroy you first. Alright, so that was the end of that. Here is our deck list, just in case you wanted to see that. And our brand new cards. So we'll get 3 copies of all of these like usual. So we got 3 copies of Bring It in a 0-cost event. 1 per phase. Hero action, draw 1 card for each minion engaged with you. You picked the wrong pal. You picked the wrong day, pal. So again, this would also work well with Drax if you're playing aggression, because you don't want to attack people left and right. So you can attack, kill a guy, probably ready your hero, attack again. Each time you're going to draw a new card, just to get you more opportunity to ready again or do more damage. Works well with Thor as well. He has a deck that really worked with attacking multiple guys. Think Fast. The Justice event, 1 cost. Play only if your identity has the Guardian trait. So now not everyone can use this one. But hero action, take 1 damage, confuse the villain. Hey, don't be angry at me. I definitely warned you. Yeah, 1 damage to confuse the villain so they can't scheme for a turn. That's helpful. Definitely a justice-y thing to do. Our leadership. Regroup. 1 cost support. Tactic. Interrupt. When an ally is defeated by an enemy attack, return it to its owner's hand instead of discarding it. Force Interrupt. When the round ends, discard this card. So, I mean, I'd throw that in there if they have Retaliate. Have your ally jump in, bash them, or have them defend, bash them. But maybe play if you know there's going to be a bunch of guys attacking. Because you could hit... you have a bunch of villains going to attack you, get this out before that, let them all defend, KO, put them all back in your hand. End of your turn has to go away. Definitely could be helpful that way. And then finally, we have 3 copies of Enhanced Physique. 2-cost upgrade. Condition. Uses 3 physical counters. Hero resource. Exhaust Enhanced Physique and remove 1 physical counter from it to generate 1 strength resource. So this might be one I'd swap out for that other card, the conditioning one, or the other basic card. Yeah, athletic conditioning. Although the event is nice, but if you're not worried about getting stunned or confused, although the discard the stun would help for his obligation card, this would usually get you another cost, which, I mean, although most of Drax's cards cost 1s and 0s, he's got a couple of 2s and 3s, but hey, even if they cost 1 or 0, you can play this and get 3 free, 3 free extra cards later out of it. or something maybe you can't play at the time, might be definitely worth it. You know, you play like one Genius or Strength or something, play this down, you know, then you have 3 extra turns, you get 3 more points to play. So, alright. Plus, that's awesome, just extra resource cards work well in a bunch of other decks. Alright, so there's our Drax. Definitely looks like he'll be fun to play. See what happens with the Thanos set comes out, see how well he does against Thanos in the Black Order. Alright, see you guys later. Bye.